What's up, Pyros? It's time for another stash video. You ready? Here we go. So, as you guys all know, I love shooting fireworks with my kids. And as it turns out, I'm actually scheduled, I have to work on Father's Day, which is next Sunday. At first I was pretty pissed off, but then, like I usually do when I'm confronted with a problem, I got thinking about what can I do to make this better. So we decided to celebrate last Sunday, which was 2 days ago from today that I'm shooting this. And what would I want to do for Father's Day? Well, I threw the boys in the car along with their mom, and I said, we're going to take the drive down to Montpelier, where the one and only brick and mortar fireworks store in Vermont is. Well, they have two buildings, but the closest one to me is Montpelier. So it's an hour drive from my house, which isn't really that bad, but when you've got an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old in the car, it can be a thing. So anyway, I always watch their website, and they have loaded up with all their new product for the 4th of July. So, for this first leg of the stash tour, we're going to see what I picked up last Sunday on my pre-Father's Day at Northstar Fireworks in Montpelier. So let's take a look, shall we? Alright, so the biggest thing I needed was 200-gram cakes, because I pull those out of my stash to do demos for you guys left and right. I have a good habit of saving the big stuff for, bigger shows. But when we're just going to shoot demos in the backyard because it's Friday night and why not, I grabbed the 200-gram cakes first. So, actually, let's take a look over here. This is my tote where I usually keep my 200-gram cakes. And if we flip it open and look inside, there's really not a lot in there right now. Not by my standards, at least. So, I wanted to load up on 200-gram cakes. So, we got a bunch of those. So, at Northstar Fireworks, you have a lot of Happy Family, a lot of Sky Bacon, and a lot of World Class this year. So, this is what I got. Starting from smallest and moving to the biggest, I got some novelties. Definitely picked up a whole bunch of zippers. I absolutely love those. Got these things. Don't even remember what they were called, but they're spinners. They'll go up in the air and spin around. Picked up this little pack of rockets. That looks pretty fun. I guess they howl up in the sky and break twice with a little salute. And then we've got our 200-gram cakes. So I got Money Box from Shogun. Mayday, which is from Fox Fireworks. That looks pretty cool. It's got go-getters, so it looks kind of like flares from a Navy ship going up. And then some crackle at the end. Trust Fund Baby, World Class, which also look cool. 2 Neon Forests from Sky Bacon. That definitely was good enough. I wanted 2. Then we've got Reckless, which I have shot once before when the boys weren't home and they were upset with me to no end. Still give me crap about it. So I got another one for them. And then we got Hot Take, which the demo online looked pretty cool. And actually, I don't know if it can come through on this, but it's got one of those... it doesn't really seem to be picking up in the camera, but if you move it around, it looks like it moves. So that's kind of a neat thing for the label. Then we've got Peekaboo, which we have done a demo for before, at least on the Instagram. And we've got God Bless America, which is my first Black Cat cake. So I'm excited to shoot that. Also, I am a bit of a Metallica fan, so I like how America is written with the kind of Metallica look to it, because Metallica's a pretty cool band. And then we've got AI, which Charlie grabbed off the shelf and was like, you gotta get that one, Dad. It's got a cool robot. So we'll see how that looks. And we've got 99 Red Balloons. Anybody know that song? And that does it for the 200-gram cakes. And then while I was there, also grabbed Sniper King, 500-gram cake from Happy Family. I have shot this before. If none of you have watched my Eclipse Show video, scroll way back in the videos, and you can see Sniper King shot in tandem with Pheasants in Flight from Realtree. Very cool cake. Definitely worth picking up, and I got it. We're selling it for only like $32.50 for a 500-gram cake, which is pretty decent, especially at Vermont pricing. And then the main reason I went to Northstar was the canister section. So, picked up a pack of Excaliburs. They are going to be our first Excaliburs. Pretty happy about that. Just got them to get them. They were $100 at Northstar. So I think that seems pretty reasonable for a pack of Excaliburs. You guys send me a note in the comments. I know a lot of you comment that fireworks are expensive here. Then we've got Neon Diablos. Now, if you haven't looked in the community tab section of the Vermont Pyro Boys channel, I am going to do a canister shell comparison, and this was the kit I did not yet own. When I first put the question in the community tab about how to fire the shells off for the comparison video, whether I should do them one brand at a time or stagger them back and forth between each brand. So if you want to place your vote, there's still a little bit of time to go to the community tab and comment. It's not a poll. You can't just click a button. You do have to write a comment. But I'm interested in firing those in a way that you guys want to see. So let me know what you think there. And then we've got the Merlin. These are all double break ball shells. It's a pack of 12. Also from World Class, as you can see in there, it comes with an HDPE tube, just like the Excaliburs do. So that's pretty cool. And I got those specifically for a show. Probably 4th of July. I have another big show in late July when I hold a party for the staff that I work with at my real job. And I'm going to do some nice fireworks for them too. So I'm not sure when I'm going to use these, but I bought them because they're double breaks. And part of the reason that I got double break shells is because this finally came. Ta-da! I got my Pyro Boom Octo Rack. Adjustable 18-shot rack in the mail. I was one of the poor souls that got caught in the wayside when the machine broke down. The special router that cut these octagon-shaped holes that the tubes go in. So I wrote Eric an email, and I don't think that really had anything to do with it. If any of you are still waiting, my rack showed up earlier than his later projected date. So anyway, those shells are going to go in there. Now, I'm not going to use this rack for demos, just going to save it for shows because 18 canisters is quite a bit financially and eating out of my stash to shoot at once. But you will be seeing this used if you wait and watch for a 4th of July show or my staff party show, which I'm going to have Charlie record everything, of course, and we'll make videos out of it all. So, that brings to mind a question that I wanted to ask you all. Please write in the comments. So, as you can see, I've got the Excals, the Neon Diablos, the Merlins, plus down here I've got Neon Beef, I've got Black Side Armaments on the top, Tank Busters down there, and just I'm collecting all these shells. Still got another whole kit of Joint Task Force. Maybe you saw that on my Memorial Day show. So, this is my question to you, fellow pyros across the country. What's the most efficient way I can store my canister shells? Clearly, leaving them in all these big boxes is eating up a lot of space. How can I keep them stored in a way that's compact, but I really want to have everything organized? I want the neon shells to be together. I want the mine shells to be together. I want everything organized. Please, in the comments below, send me a suggestion. I have like one empty plastic tote left. So I could use some advice on this one. So anyway, that was what I picked up for my Father's Day stash. But still, like I said, I was looking in here, and this is just too small. So, you know what I did? I drove myself back up to the fireworks tent again today. And I picked up a few more goodies. So, the video is not done yet. So let's take a look at what I bought at the fireworks tent today. So that is, of course, my 200-gram tote. And there's a lot of space. So I was focusing on 200-gram cakes while I was there. So I got another Whirlwind Romance set. You're going to notice a lot of these are things that I've already shot on the channel or things you've already seen in my stash videos. Picked up a Bump Bear. That was a freebie because of the amount of money that I spent, but Seems like we all are loving Bump Bear, and I've got plans for more Bump Bears before the summer is through. So keep an eye out for that video. Then we've got Lace Combustion. You might have noticed one of those is already in the box. I wanted another. Haven't done a demo on it yet, but you'll see one coming soon. Then we've got the Log Splitter, which I did a demo of already this spring, but probably going to just throw it into a show somewhere. Then, this is the only 200-gram cake at the tent that I haven't shot yet. Vibe Check. So I bought two of them, one to do a demo with, and the other, hopefully, I like it enough to fit it in a show somewhere. Then we get from Winda into Great American Fireworks Company. Let Freedom Ring. I have 3 of these already. These were actually the last 2. Bronwyn, the owner of the tent, has now got a table set up of last chance, things that will not be replaced during the summer. She's not getting another order from Superior, so I loaded up on a couple of Great American things, including Let Freedom Ring. So I have 5 of these now. I think I'm going to try and shoot them all together for something, whether it's my 4th of July show or some pyro shenanigan down the road. And then we've got 2 more American Heartlands. There is one of those in the box still as well. Plus, you may have seen it in the Memorial Day show if you watched that. Once again, hands down, I love it. My kids love it. It is a really great cake. So I grabbed a couple of them while they were still there. And finally, I couldn't leave with just 200-gram cakes. So I got a couple other things. I got all gas, no brakes. Now this one here is a complete symptom of being in that tent so much that I know all their products so well. Actually scripted a show, at least a rough draft, where I wrote this cake into the script before I even owned it. So I bought one in case I decide to go that route. Very cool fan cake, a lot of nice big breaks. And I talked myself into it. Take me to your leader, which for the longest time I said, no, it's too much money for one thing, but it is, if you don't know yet, a Girandola. So you got rocket engines attached to a propeller, 2 stages. It goes up once, goes up twice, and then does a big break. And honestly, now that I broke the seal, bought one, I really think it'd be cool to shoot 2 off at the same time. So we're going to find out what that looks like. It will probably be included in a video at some point or another because I love to record all this stuff so you guys can see it. So anyway, that concludes part 1 of my June stash update. Why I say part 1 is because the tent in Elberg, where I spend so much time, is expecting a container full of fireworks from Winda to arrive about the end of this week. And because I'm friends with the owner and I go help out there sometimes, she let me have the privilege of choosing several cases and items that are going to be on the new container. So I chose a lot of cool stuff, and I'm really excited to see what she got, what comes through. I gave her a huge list, 2 legal pad pages long, of all the new things from Winda for 2024 that I would like to see. Obviously, I can't buy them all, but I'm going to get a lot of them. So that will be coming up before July. I will be bringing that stuff home. So pay attention for more stash videos, because I'll have another one when I get all that cool stuff. Meanwhile, stay tuned to Vermont Pyro Boys. We've got some cool plans coming up. The last day of school for the kiddos is this Thursday, which is June 13th, and I've got some shenanigans planned for then. Absolutely, to celebrate the beginning of summer vacation. So that concludes my stash video for June part 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you see anything you want to see specifically lit off and have a demo done of, make sure to leave a note in the comments for that too, because I'm always happy to do a video on request. All right, so thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon on the Vermont Pyro Boys. Yeah.